Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to my channel, to my bookland, and to our coffee times together. So today, as you have seen by the title and by the thumbnail of this book, I bring you another book haul, and this is in total book haul number 5 for 2019 because, like we all know, I have no self-control.
It's coffee time!
So if I counted correctly, I have 27 different titles today for you. Now, it is true that I have been a little bit more selective when it comes to the titles, so I don't just order everything by Nicola Yoon. There we go. You're very funny. Anyways, jokes aside, basically I'm being more selective, but I'm still ordering a lot of stuff because there is too much goodness out there and too many things that I want to read, because I think that's also a curse when you like a lot of different types of genres, because then you get a little bit from everything. So today's haul is really mixed, and I'm gonna start with two very special things that were sent to me. The first one I didn't pay for, and it came from some of the best people that I have met since I have joined BookTube, and that is from my friend Anna Francesca. I'm gonna leave the link to her channel down below so you can check her out and give her some love. She's seriously one of the sweetest, and I absolutely love all of her videos. And we were talking one day, and apparently she had an extra copy of this book and she decided to send it my way, and that is Snow Falling, and she sent it with a little letter. It was adorable, and I love you so much, Anna Francesca. Thank you so much for sending this book to me. It is, if you're not aware of this book, basically it is the book that the main character of this Netflix show, Jane the Virgin, basically gets published. And I binge watched Jane the Virgin. We only have in Germany until season 4, so I know there's more to come, and I'm hoping that Netflix will add it soon. So anyways, it's like their love story, and I'm dying to dig into this book. It's probably gonna be like smut and cheesy, but because I've watched the series, I'm excited to go into the book. The other super special thing, it's actually something that I bought. So it was not sent to me for free, but it's something that I've been super excited about. And I should have included this one in my graphic novels haul, but I'm just so excited because it just came in the mail freaking today. By the time you watch this video, I don't know, it's probably gonna be way later, but Heartstopper Volume 2 just came in the mail, and I paid a lot for this because this was £10, but I paid £9 for shipping. So it's as if we would have bought this twice. The reason why is this is a Waterstones signed copy, and when Alice Osman tweeted that, you know, there were gonna be copies available at Waterstones signed by her that you could pre-order, I just did it, and I was like, you know, whatever, YOLO. And I am so happy that I did. So after I film this video, I'm gonna have a shower, have dinner, and basically binge read volume 1 again, and then directly to volume 2, because like I'm so freaking excited. And let me show you guys. Here is the signature. It's like, I'm already giggling inside. It's just a boy romance, super cute, adorable, and it's, you know, it has a little bit of drama, it has a little bit of comedy. It's a beautiful romantic story, and absolutely recommend it to everybody. And for the rest of the books, I'm gonna try to give you just very short information on the books so that this video, you know, doesn't turn out to be a super long video. So let's dive into the books. First, I have to show you Hidden Bodies. And this is because this year I read the book You by Caroline Kepnes, and I really enjoyed it. And this is the sequel. So in the book You, we're following the story of Joe, who is kind of like a creep that works in a bookstore, and he gets obsessed with this blonde girl, and they start a relationship, but he's kind of like a stalker, and it kind of starts to escalate. If you want to try the book, I really enjoyed it, and if not, there is a Netflix exclusive series as well in case you want to check that out. Then I got Forever Interrupted because I think it's time for me to try some Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I've never read any of her novels, so I ordered this one. I believe this is her first novel. Not really sure, but this is the one that Amazon had on sale, so I decided to pick it up and see if I like her writing before I start buying all of her books. Next, The Friend Zone by A.B. Jimenez. Why did I get this one? Very plain and simple, because Whitney from Witty Novels said she enjoyed it, and I always trust her recommendations when it comes to love stories in books, and I decided to try this one. Next, we have The Bright Test by Helen Huang. I read The Kiss Quotient last year and I really enjoyed it a lot, so I decided to pick up her second novel. I've heard mixed reviews about it, so we will see what I think of it. It is about this guy that he has autism and his family is worried that he's never gonna find a girlfriend, so his mom kind of finds this girl, I think in China, and ships her all the way to him to see if it will work out. It's kind of like an arranged marriage kind of thing. I don't know, like an arranged date kind of situation. So I'm excited to see what this story is going to be about. Then I have a couple of horror books. I'm gonna start collecting more horror books because I want to read more horror and bring you guys more reviews about horror books. So I have Suffer the Children by John Saul, which I've read books by him before and enjoy them. And I think this is about some kids that start to disappear, or yeah, children are disappearing one by one. So I love this kind of stories, excited about this. And this one, I also love stories in Funlands, or like fairs. And this is Funland by Richard Lehman, so it's kind of chunky, but I'm super excited. Then I have A Darker Shade of Magic by B.E. Schwab. Since I've never read these books, and I know that they're releasing now them in this beautiful exclusive black cover edition. I'm collecting them in black because I like it better than white. It's just a preference. So this is a collector's edition that comes with some portraits of the characters and stuff on the end pages. And like I said, since I've never owned the white editions, I rather start collecting them in these pretty black ones. I finally got The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. I haven't watched the movie yet. I own the movie. I still haven't watched it because I want to read the book first. So finally I got a copy of the book, and all I know is that it is unexpected. I believe it has zombies in it. That's all I know, but I'm super excited. Super excited. I love, it's kids with kind of gifts. Apocalyptic or post-apocalyptic. Count me down for it. Then I have a book that I forgot to mention at the beginning, but actually somebody gave this to me, and it's funny because it's the guy that always hooks me up with all of the steel books and the movies at the regular DVD store that I always go to, and he had an extra copy of this book, and he knows how much I love this author, so he decided to give it to me, and I super appreciated that. And that is Mr. Be Gone by Clive Barker. He's a master of horrors. If you don't know, he is his novella is what inspired, not this one, but another novella is what inspired Hellraiser, and he is a truly master of horrors, but I would not recommend his books really to beginners. So just keep in mind he's a little bit more special when it comes to horror, but I absolutely love his books, and I'm super happy to have this one. It is also a first edition, so I am like over the moon, super happy to have this one in my collection. Next we have Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. I got this one out of pure pressure because everybody in Twitter was talking about it, everybody was raving about it, saying how good it was, how good the smut was, so I decided to pick it up. It's just basically this I think it's a baseball player or a football player that gets injured, and he has to go back to his hometown as a failure, and he is there with his best friend and his best friend's sister, and there starts to be a tension between him and his best friend's sister, but sisters are supposed to be like prohibited when it comes to sex and relationships because it's your best friend's sister, but they probably cannot keep their hands from each other. And I'm always down for some good smutty romance, especially. I hope this is gonna be a little bit like The Hating Game, so we will see. Then we have The Turning by Francine Prose. I found this one really cheap on Amazon, and all I know is that it's about this spooky mansion where supernatural things start to happen. I believe it might even have ghosts in it, so this is gonna be perfect also to read a little bit more horror supernatural books this year. Then I have a book that I actually wanted to read last winter, but I didn't get to because I didn't have a copy, and that is Campfire by Sean Sarles, and it is about a group of teenagers that are in a campfire, and they start telling this story of like a myth or something that happened in the past where campers were being killed, slashed, and apparently shit started to go down, so probably the rumors were true and now they're killing people. Something like that. Don't you love my reviews? Thumbs up if you like my explanations. And that's all I know. Probably gonna read it this winter and super excited to get to this. Then I have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark because I bought this beautiful box. The movie was coming out in August and I wanted to read this before the movie came out, and I did, so I'm happy, and I absolutely loved it. It's one of those like creepy books that we never got in Spain, or at least I didn't see as a teenager or a kid, so I didn't grow up with these stories, but I still loved it reading this as an adult. The next two books are books that I have purchased because I have heard Jess from Jess Reads Books raving about them, saying that she really enjoyed them, and I don't know, it just made me want to buy them. So I did. And the first one is Nixia by Scott Reintgen, and this one is because I also want to read a little bit more of sci-fi apart from horror this year, because I haven't read much sci-fi at all this year. And this is about a spaceship and like space travel, and apparently there are some recruits that have to go through some kind of trials or tests, and I always love those kind of situations where you have to go through some tests or trials. And the other one is Warcross by Marie Lu, and all I know is that we are following here a female character in a world where, similar to in Ready Player One, there is this other kind of online universe where people connect, and apparently they hack the system or they do something illegal to go into the game or to bet on the game or something like that. So since I love Ready Player One so much, I had been hearing mixed reviews about this book. I know some people love it, some people don't love it so much, but after hearing Jess talking about it, I decided just to buy it, to read it, and get my own opinion on the book. And it's funny because I ordered this one, I think, from Book Depository, and I ordered a regular hardcover copy, and they had it on sale, so I only paid like €8, I think, including shipping from the UK, and it's a signed copy. Nobody told me, but hey, you know, my win. And I'll show you, it is signed in the first page right there. So amazing, you just order a regular hard copy and you get a signed one. Then we have Slayer by Kirsten White. I don't think I have to explain why I wanted this book. It is based on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer universe, even though we're not following Buffy herself, but another Slayer. So I'm super excited to read it, and there's confirmed that there is the second book already in the making. So super pumped to get to this one, probably also one that it's perfect for winter. Then we have The Disenchantments by Nina LaCour, and she's one of the authors that I discovered this year that I really loved, so I decided to pick one more book from her. I found this one secondhand for only, I think, €3, so I decided to take it because I really want to read her books, all of them, because I just love her writing so much. I think it's about a band on the road playing in like small venues and things like that. I'm not really sure, but she tends to write hard-hitting contemporary books, so I'm super excited to get probably my heart broken. Next we have Side Effects Might Bury by Julie Murphy, and I loved Dumpling so much more than I thought I was gonna love it, that I found this one. I think this is her first novel, and I decided to pick it up. Also another one that I got on sale, so I'm definitely gonna try it just because I enjoyed her writing and her character development in Dumpling so much that I decided to give her another shot in another one of her books. Then we have Bird Box by Josh Malerman, and I'm probably the last person to get this book, to read it before the Netflix movie. I still have not watched the Netflix movie, and I have kept myself away from spoilers, and I really don't know what this book is about. I think it has to do something kind of post-apocalyptic because there is these creatures that are basically killing everybody. Something like that. I don't know. I just don't want to even read the synopsis because I want to go into the book without knowing anything and then watch the movie and see what I think. So yeah, I finally picked it up because they only had like the tie-in movie cover on Amazon for a while, and I didn't want to buy that one because I don't like it. So finally they got this old cover back and I decided to pick it up. Next we have The Taking of Annie Thorne by C.J. Tudor, and I read The Chalkman on January. It was the first book that I read in 2019, and I actually enjoyed it. There were some things that I didn't like so much, especially towards the end or how the book ended, but it was her debut novel, and in some little bits and pieces it did give me a couple of feelings of Stephen King kind of situation. So I'm decided that I want to give her another chance. This is her second novel, and like I said, I really did enjoy the Chalkman. It was, I think I gave it 4 stars, so I really did enjoy it. So I'm gonna give her second novel a try, and I believe she already has a third one on the making, so super excited to see more from her, and hopefully I'm gonna like this one. All I know is that Annie disappears when she's a little girl, and 48 hours later she comes back, but seems that something's off with her and something happened to her. Nobody knows what happened to her, and I think then we jump forward to the future and then they probably investigate and figure out what happened to her. I don't know, but super excited to give this one a try. Then I have a very special book that I received also from a friend, this time from Terry. It's a friend that I made thanks to my other YouTube channel. She lives in the United States, and sometimes we just send like random collectibles and things we like to each other. Normally we do like a mystery box exchange every year, and it's a lot of fun. And this year she sent me a book, and it is huge, and it is this Wonder Woman book that comes with a wearable tiara, and I absolutely love it. It has like a lot of different information on the character, the different actresses that have played the character, and it is absolutely stunning and beautiful. I mean, just look at that. And I've always loved the character of Wonder Woman. I've even cosplayed her as well. I have still my cosplay, and yeah, super excited to have this book. I love this kind of more artsy books. They're a good kind of you know, change when you're a little bit on a reading slump or things like that. These kind of books always help me, these ones and graphic novels, to kind of move on from that reading slump. We're slowly getting to the end, and the next book is The Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel, and I got this one because I'm really interested in the Roanoke history, especially after American Horror Story season 6. And I saw this book secondhand also for cheap, and I decided to grab it. I've heard good things about it, so we will see if I still have time to read it this year, but definitely one that has me really intrigued. Then I have 3 more books that are kind of for my more kind of collectible kind of books, so to say. So when it comes to my collection, I want to collect specific authors' books in hardcovers. Some of them, as you know, is Stephen King and Joe Hill. So for this haul, I have Nosferatu by Joe Hill, and I had been trying to find this in hardcover, this specific cover in hardcover. We all know the white cover, but I really wanted to have this one. I just thought it looked so much better, and I wanted to have a nice hardcover copy of this book because it's also a really chunky book. If the books are really chunky, I tend not to like them in paperback because the pages are too thin, and it's just not comfortable for me when it comes to reading, but it's a personal choice. I know a lot of people don't like chunky hardcovers, but for me, if a book is chunky, then I rather have it in hardcover. So yeah, I'm probably gonna reread this one this winter because the series and everything. So yeah, we'll see. I'll let you guys know when I started in case you want to join me. Then I have a very expected book, and that is Pan's Labyrinth by Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funk. And I mean, this is one of my favorite movies of all times. This is a masterpiece. It should have won all the freaking Oscars, but we all know how Hollywood works. But this movie, it's just stunning, amazing, heartbreaking, beautiful. It's a fantasy, it's a drama, it's just horror, it's everything in one, and it is fantastic. And they came up with this cooperation between Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funk. It comes with illustrations, and I'm really dying to read it. So it's another one that I'm probably gonna read as soon as I can. Let me show you a couple of the illustrations. I mean, it's just freaking stunning. Oh, what's under the dust jacket? Oh, I just removed the dust jacket and I died dead. Like, you know, I need to show this to you guys. Oh my god, I hadn't even seen this, but this is how the naked book looks like, you guys. I mean, can you see that? I mean, this is Ophelia, and on the other side we have the fawn. I mean, I'm dead. And the very last book that I have to talk to you about and that I have to show you is actually a really weird find, and I found this in a second book hand store in the Netherlands, and it was not cheap, but when I saw it I knew I had to take it home, because that is Stephen King's The Dark Tower Volume 5. It is a hardcover edition from the illustrated edition, and it was 20 bucks. But it is basically in perfect condition, and these things you do not find anymore so easily, and it comes all full of illustrations. Like, I mean, excuse me, this is just pure art. It's beautiful. He's my man. Look at him, and I just love it. I love it. 20 bucks, no problem. It's a big hardcover, so honestly it's the same thing that you pay now for new big hardcovers. And the only problem now is that I'm probably gonna have to try to find the other Dark Tower volumes in the same edition if I can, so that everything matches my LCD. Also because the illustrated editions are the best, let's be honest, because it comes with extra artwork on the inside to help your imagination even more. And I'm in love with this book. I love it, and I'm super glad that I found it for my Stephen King collection. Okay, you guys, we did it. These are the new 27 books that I had to haul for you, and I hope that you enjoyed this book haul. Let me know down below all your comments on books from here that you've already read, what your impression on them were. No spoilers, please. And let me know which are the latest books that you have purchased. Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate your support. Please give the video a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you are not a subscriber yet, so you don't miss any more coffee times with me. And also click on the notification bell so you will be notified every time that I upload a video. And also, if you have either Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, I also have accounts there, so if you want to follow me there as well, the links are in the description box down below. And I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye.